Namaskar, brothers and sisters. Yesterday I said I had like 10 days until I go back on the road. I hope this will melt. They said in a weather report that next week is going to rain, so probably the snow will melt. So I decided to make another video to finish my story from yesterday. But this time I'm not going to read anything. We're gonna have a walk. We will have a look a little bit more what's going on in Madrid with this snow. And I will tell you the story about that man, which discourses I'm reading for so long, and I didn't explain who is he and what is all about and what these videos are about. The man I'm following, the guru, Sri Sri Anandamurti, was born in eastern India long time ago, 120 years ago. He lived only 69 years and he passed to another world 40 years ago. His original name was Prabhat Ranjar Sarkar, and he was a spiritual leader, philosopher, social reformer and poet. He wrote 5,018 songs and composer as well. And he did many things during his lifetime. Prabhat Ranjan Sarkar, known as Baba, and his spiritual name was Sri Sri Anandamurti. So time has come to explain who was he and why he was so important personality. Let's have a look a little bit. Let's make a walk. Have a look what's going on here in Madrid with this snow. It's absolutely unbelievable. So much snow. Well, he was an avatar. Very special person. Taraka Brahma, guru. And he gave great contribution to humanity. And that's why it's so important to talk about him. And we will talk about Madrid as well. Chaos in Madrid with faceless people all over the place. It's very strange that they still wear the mask, and the police is so busy. They cannot have an excuse now that the fines are the reason for that, because they're too busy to stop anybody and to harass them. I was thinking, these people, if tomorrow the government tell them, look, it's all over, you don't have to wear the mask, I think they will continue wearing it. It's absolutely crazy. So, Sri Sri Anandamurti, the great guru. You see, brothers and sisters, he predicted all this. In his discourses and his books and his speeches, he explained everything. He predicted that this civilization will collapse. First, he said that all ideologies, the communism, socialism, and capitalism will fall, will get destroyed. Communism, because it's based on materialism. And capitalism would eat itself, will be destroyed by itself, because it's just everything is wrong. This is not a biological war, this is a spiritual war. This is the war of civilization. And Berlin Wall went down in '89. So one of his first predictions was fulfilled. The communism collapsed. After that was the Soviet Union, and it was over. Socialism along the way, because it's connected, and now it came time for the capitalism. Also, he predicted that all religion will go down because they are based on dogmas. They are institutions created to control the people, and very little bit spirituality was left there. There is never been any true spirituality in any religion. I'm sorry for all the religious people to disappoint them. I'm not saying anything against Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ was a guru, he was a yogi. But many lies were told about him as well. He didn't die on a cross. He ended up his life in Tibet, in Kashmir, India, where he was buried. And he was an exceptional person, another avatar, the same like Sri Anandamurti and many others, Shiva, Krishna, Rama, Muhammad, Buddha. So it's nothing against that personality who came in its moment, which was necessary. Same like Sri Anandamurti. When some big changes were happening, the Roman Empire was on a peak of his evil rule. The same like now, some other empires. So the universe sent them in certain moments in human history to make a change with the powerful messages which they have brought with them. The main message was love. They all have that in common. That's why Sri Anandamurti introduced mantra Baba Nam Kevalam, which means love is all there is. And the same message was brought by Jesus. And the love is the only power and the love will set you free, will set you free, will liberate you. It's absolutely crazy. They start cutting the trees, start clearing up. Slowly the life is coming back to Madrid, but the people are not changing. They carry on with their stupidity. I have to repeat again, why they are wearing still the mask? They can use this moment. I've seen in 2 days only 3 police cars. They're not gonna bother people if they walk around without muzzle. They're too busy with this chaos. It's all in their head. It's all in their head. I've seen some bikes on the street, which is a good sign for me. So I will be soon back on the road. I will wait for that rain to melt the snow, to take off rid of the ice, because it's still dangerous. The streets are pretty, the road, I mean, it's pretty clean. You could go on a bike, but I don't think it's safe, and it's not necessary to take any risks yet. You see, even kids, they oblige kids to wear the mask. It's just unbelievable. This street is called Alcalá. It's one of the longest streets in Madrid. It goes all the way down to the center, Puerta del Sol. It's a very long boulevard. Look at this, brothers and sisters. I will not make comments. I just want to show you. They don't have to worry to be recorded. They are faceless anyway. It's very interesting that all the gambling houses, bars and pharmacies are open. But schools, nursery schools, hospitals, not so much. It's a lovely day, sunshine, but it's sad to see all that. So many trees destroyed, especially the parks, big parks suffered the biggest damage. This is the corner of Alcalá and Arturo Soria. Homeless people. Let's cross the street. So Sri Sri Anandamurti was not much loved by communists in India during the 70s and 80s. He was 7.5 years in prison. Indira Gandhi hated him. 7.5 years. After a couple of years, spending in a prison. He went on a hunger strike. He was fasting for 4.5 years. Actually, he was living only on some liquids. He didn't eat for over 4 years. But he was a special person. My personal theory is that those people were reincarnated humans from another planet. I'm almost certain about that. Jesus was probably the Pleiadian. And my guru, Sri Nandamurti, may be Pleiadian as well, or from Sirius. Like Nikola Tesla. I have to tell you another little story, interesting. That Nikola Tesla was actually killed on an Orthodox Christmas, 6th of January 1943, in his hotel room in New York by German spy, German Nazi, Otto Sorkansky, who was a personal Hitler's bodyguard. And that guy was coming during the war to the United States in a submarine to do the dirty job. Why they kill him? To steal all what was left of the inventions and documents Nikola Tesla had in his safe in his room. He was sophisticated with a pillow. He knew he was going to die. He was 80 something. He was old man. The same like Sri Nandamurti. He knew when he was going to leave, and he told to his dadas, his monks and deities, that he's going to leave this planet. And everybody was saying, "Oh Baba, please don't go." He said, "My work is done. I have to go." That was 40 years ago. He was 69. He left great heritage, great knowledge behind. He was a social reformer. That's very interesting thing I wanted to talk about. He predicted all this will collapse. The religions, the ideologies, system, this whole civilization. And we are witnessing that now. This is a historic moment for humanity. We are witnessing everything what Baba predicted. And he came up with a solution. He was a social reformist. He came up with a proud theory. Progressive utilization theory. He said that the people should live in completely different society, which will be governed, not ruled, governed by monks, yogis, sadhuvipras, the spiritual moralist. the wise people, spiritual people, not politicians. And that it makes sense, absolutely. This planet and this society should be ruled by the best ones, the wisest ones, and the most spiritual ones, not by thieves and criminals, psychopaths. That is why it's collapsing. Everything, brothers and sisters. And that people should live in small communities. And exchange their goods. And that level of wealth should be limited, should be more equally distributed. So it would be no poverty, no wars, and the spirituality would flourish. Not materialism. It's obvious that everything which is based on materialism and dogmas cannot have future. We are spiritual beings. Brothers and sisters, I feel like an extraterrestrial. Absolutely. I don't have a muzzle. I refuse to be a slave of New World Order. Absolutely. Look, can you see anybody else without muzzle? This is the proof what I'm telling you. Maybe I am extraterrestrial, and I definitely feel that way. Madrid is a nice town. Had a lot of green, lots of trees, lot of parks. I hope all these trees will recover. It hurts me a little bit to see all the beautiful trees destroyed. They start cutting, chopping it up and clearing everything. The climb helps here, so very soon everything will be back to new normal. But if you thought I'm exaggerating things, that's why I'm making a walk along the Alcalá, so you can see with your own eyes that everything what I say is truth. Pure truth. They cannot take sunshine away, fortunately. Maybe they would try to do that as well, but they can't do it. Lots of rubbish as well, because it's impossible to collect. And just in 1 week it accumulated so much. Everything came to its hold. Everything stopped. Have a good look at the faceless nation. I don't have to do that. It's absolutely not necessary. I'm walking without muzzle for 9 months. I have one little incident. Yesterday I was talking about that. Nothing bad happened. It's absolutely not necessary. It's all in their head. You see, they're chopping the trees. The clearing started. This is very unusual. I repeat again. This is absolutely not normal for this part of Europe. I suspect that maybe it's provoked. There are so many earthquakes happening as well, not only in Croatia, some other parts. Carp, very possible. Very possible. Lots of cars are trapped, damaged. I even see some bikes completely buried under the snow. Only the mirror was sticking out, knocked down by snow. Everybody who parked his vehicle near or under some big tree might have problems. So you see with your own eyes, brothers and sisters. Faceless nation, the nation of cowards. They just don't have a common sense. They don't have a critical thinking. Everybody normal will think, wow, police is busy now. They can't do anything to me. I can breathe a little bit of fresh air. No. They decided to protect themselves from the snow because there is nothing else to protect yourself from. Spanish as a nation are not bad people, really. I like about them that they are very peaceful. Rarely you can get in some trouble or fight. Even if they drink or if they are crazy, there are very small possibilities. They are not aggressive. But I definitely didn't expect that they are such a cowards. This false drama, I'm not gonna use the words, you know what I mean, brought up so many things, so many truths. And that's good. That's very good. At least we know now who is who, what is what.